Hey guys. Tonight I am going to tell a story about Ashley as well, and it's kind of a sad one, so I'm shamelessly doing so while I am petting my family dog. And he will pop in and out of camera, making it less uncomfortable and more visually appealing for all of you. So, my sister died on June 3rd, 2005, while she was living in Salt Lake City with my family, and I was going to college in Chicago, trying to make it as an actor and studying English literature at DePaul University, a private Catholic university. I was much more Catholic in my admission letter than I ever was anywhere else. So I ended up going there and doing theater, and it was my sophomore year, the weekend before finals, which frankly, Ashley, is a little rude. Anyway, I got a call about 7:30 at night, and my stepdad told me that Ashley had lost consciousness in our living room and that they had given her CPR and that she was headed to the hospital. And I was pissed. And to be clear, at this point, Ashley had had seizures in the house. She'd lost consciousness. She'd been in and out of the hospital and therapy, and yeah. What I'm saying is that it was not a huge surprise to me that she was sick and in trouble, but I didn't realize the degree to which shit was going down. So I headed to the theater and I ended up there for the 8 p.m. show, and my mom called me right at the beginning of the show, and I stepped into the theater stairwell. She asked me if I was sitting down. I told her to tell me. She told me. And I went back in the theater kind of in a daze. My friend Jason was there. I told him what had happened. He walked me to the other side of the theater towards the exit. He brought me like tissues and toilet paper and got me stuff so that I could blow my nose. And then he walked me to the cab and got me a cab to my dorm. At my dorm, I met with my friend Kendra, who stayed with me. Kendra is a wonder and I love her so much. She stayed with me all night until I took a red eye home to Salt Lake City. And it's not funny. It's not funny, but there is someone out there who spent a 6-hour flight at midnight to 6 a.m. from Chicago to Salt Lake with a 20-year-old girl scream, cry, sobbing the entire flight next to them. I assume that they got free drinks from the stewardesses. I assume somehow they were compensated, but whoever you are, like, I am so sorry that you had to be there for that. That must have been, yikes. I would have wanted my money back. And then I landed in Salt Lake City. My family met me at the airport, and eventually we made it to my house, and I asked for my sister's car keys so I could go feed her cats. And also because I wanted to check and see that there was nothing at her apartment that would be horrifically embarrassing or awful for my parents to find. So please do that for your siblings. If you don't have siblings, do it for your friends. Believe me. I didn't actually find anything damning at the apartment, but I did. I tried to find her cat Figaro, who was older, and wouldn't really come to me. He hid under the bed the whole time I was there. But her 3-month-old kitten, Dante, who some of you may know about, he came up to me and he was hungry and he started crying, and I just picked him up and wrapped him up in my arms, and I had Dante for 17 years and 6 months more in my life. So the reason why I had Dante was Ashley, and Dante also saved my life, which is a story for a different day. But that was the day that I met Dante the cat. And it was about, yeah, like 18 hours after Ashley died.